The ability to say no is a crucial skill in life that can help protect you from manipulation and maintain control over your own time and energy. Saying no allows you to set boundaries and assert yourself, which can improve your overall well-being and happiness. However, many people struggle with saying no due to fear of rejection or the perception that it makes them appear uncooperative or rude. One study conducted by researchers at the University of California, Berkeley, found that people who have difficulty saying no tend to experience higher levels of stress, anxiety, and burnout. They also tend to have a harder time setting boundaries and may be more likely to suffer from chronic fatigue, depression, and other mental health issues. Another study published in the Journal of Social Psychology found that individuals who are able to say no effectively tend to have higher levels of self-esteem and self-efficacy, and are more likely to be satisfied with their lives. They also tend to be more assertive and have better interpersonal relationships. So, why is it so hard to say no? One reason is that many people fear rejection or the perception that they are being uncooperative or rude. Additionally, some people may struggle with a fear of missing out or the belief that they need to please others in order to be liked or accepted. Another reason is the social pressure. People tend to avoid conflict and want to be seen as agreeable and cooperative, so they may find it difficult to say no even when they want to. In order to overcome these obstacles, it's important to recognize the benefits of saying no. Saying no allows you to prioritize your own needs and well-being, which can ultimately lead to greater satisfaction and happiness in life. One way to practice saying no is to start small. Begin by saying no to simple requests or invitations that you are not comfortable with. For example, if a friend invites you to a party and you're feeling tired and don't want to go, it's perfectly fine to decline the invitation. Or if a coworker asks you to take on a project that you don't have time for, it's okay to say no and explain that you're already stretched too thin. Another way to practice saying no is to use I statements. Instead of saying no outright, you can say something like "I'm sorry, but I can't do that right now." This can help to soften the blow and make it clear that the decision is based on your own needs and priorities, rather than a lack of interest or willingness to help. It's also important to remember that saying no is not always a one-time event. Sometimes you may need to repeat your no multiple times before the other person accepts your answer. So be prepared for persistence, and be assertive and firm when you need to. In certain situations, it may be helpful to offer an alternative solution. For example, if a friend asks you to go out for drinks on a night that you have already made plans, you could say "I'm sorry, but I can't go out tonight. How about we plan something for next weekend?" This shows that you are willing to be flexible and still want to maintain the relationship. It's also important to remember that saying no does not make you a bad person. It is a healthy and normal part of any relationship. It can also be a sign of respect for yourself and the other person. When you say no to someone, you are also giving them the opportunity to find someone else who can help them or to come up with an alternative solution. It's also important to recognize that saying no can be empowering. It allows you to take control of your own time and energy, and prioritize your own needs and well-being. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people who are able to assert themselves and say no tend to have better mental and physical health, and are more likely to be satisfied with their lives. Another study published in the journal Social Influence found that people who are able to say no tend to be viewed as more competent and assertive, which can ultimately lead to greater success in both personal and professional contexts. Additionally, learning to say no can help in setting boundaries and understanding your own limits. People who are able to set boundaries are more likely to have better relationships and be more satisfied with their lives, while people who struggle to set boundaries may find themselves feeling resentful and taken advantage of. It's important to note that there are situations where it may not be appropriate to say no. For example, in a work setting, it may not be appropriate to say no to a direct order from a superior, but instead finding a way to express your concerns and come to a compromise. In conclusion, the ability to say no is a crucial skill that can help protect you from manipulation and maintain control over your own time and energy. Saying no allows you to set boundaries and assert yourself, which can improve your overall well-being and happiness. However, many people struggle with saying no due to fear of rejection or the perception that it makes them appear uncooperative or rude. But recognizing the benefits of saying no, practicing how to say it, and utilizing effective communication strategies, you can improve your ability to say no and take control of your own life.